Hello, Mile High City. Wanted to thank Jaime Masters and her Hustlers group and her Eventual Millionaire group for inviting me on to answer some legal questions. Just wanted to give you guys some real basic legal information, and that's exactly what this is. This is not meant by any means to be a substitute for legal advice, and me providing this information to you does not create an attorney-client relationship between us. And just remember, the best advice is to sit down with a lawyer and give them your specific legal information and your needs, because every case is different. Anything that happened in the past does not necessarily mean it's going to happen to you in the future. So seriously, if you want legal advice, take the opportunity to sit down and speak with a lawyer. All right, so Jamie and I had some really good conversations over the last few weeks, and apparently one legal question kept coming up for many of her clients and many of the people who are following her in her groups. And that question is, hey, at what point in my business should I consider filing copyright or trademark protection? Well, let's start here. There are four types of intellectual property. We have copyrights and trademarks, which we're going to discuss real generally today. You also have patents, and you also have your own trade secrets. All of these are unique, and each of them should be dealt with really in a specific way. But this information, I'm going to focus primarily on copyrights and trademarks. So in my opinion here, when should you do this for your business? My opinion, as soon as you are financially capable of doing so. I believe that this should be one of the first major expenses that you and your business undertake, and that you should budget for in your business. It's not inexpensive, but it provides significant protection to you that could result in limited expenses and limited exposure into the future. It's really important that we take preventative measures and incur this expense now, so you don't have to expend additional and more costly avenues later on down the line. All right, is it legally required? No, absolutely not. Filing for copyright and trademark protection is not something that's legally required, but I think it's something that is absolutely imperative for you managing your business. All right, so here's 5 reasons I'm going to give to you that I believe you should be copywriting or trademarking your information sooner rather than later. Number 1, assess the availability of your mark. And I think this is really, really important. Make sure that your mark and that your use of information does not conflict with someone else who might have prior rights to that same information. I've been going through right now with a few of my clients, many of them going into business, starting them up, and realizing that the information, the marks that they have provided for their companies are conflicting with other marks that have been around for much, much longer. So I think really the best money that you can spend up front is take the opportunity to do some type of comprehensive search on your name and the availability of it to be used. Number 2, copywriting and trademarking establishes protectable legal interests in the goods and services that you actually provide to your clients and customers. All right, protect your brand. That this is really what this is all about. If you don't take the opportunity to copyright and trademark your names, then what you're really doing is you're just throwing your brand out there into the wind. All right, while the United States allows for first use, and many people think that, gee, just by using it, I have priority. That's not true. The copyright and trademark laws are going to put a presumption on the person who filed first that they have a priority, which means if you are using it first, it's going to be your responsibility to prove that you have more rights in the mark to be using it than the person who trademarked it or copyrighted it before you. Number 3, building your brand awareness and loyalty among your customers. This gives your company a competitive edge. Hey man, this is your company. This is your brand. Flaunt it. By putting it out there in copyright and trademark, you're putting it on the world to notice you. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Be proud of the mark that you have. Number 4, your mark and your copyright has intrinsic value. What that means is, just like any other asset that your company has, it can be bought or sold or even licensed. It becomes an asset no differently than the equipment that you own or the products that you create. Your name, your brand has its own unique value. And again, I've represented people who have not taken the time to protect their information, and it ends up becoming a part of a settlement, and they have to give it up by not protecting it. Protect these things. Number 5, it allows your business to grow into new markets and to grow your market share. one thing that you need to understand is by not protecting your copyrights, by not protecting your marks, you could be limited in the geographic area that you are going to be doing business, which means you extending over state lines into another place is going to be very limited. But by protecting it, by actually filing it with the U.S. Copyright Office or the United States Patent and Trademark Office, you are automatically putting it out there in the entire United States. So what that's going to allow you to do is to extend over these limitations that not doing it may end up giving you. So by having your business located in one particular state, for example, in Texas, and all you do is business in Texas, if you do establish a trademark or a copyright in that particular area, but somebody else later on establishes it, but they do go forward and they register it with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office or the Copyright Office, they may have national stands and you may have had only the ability to carve out your stance and your position only in the state of Texas. So it's important by filing it, you give yourself these extended borders, and it's important that you can move on past that. So don't limit yourself to one geographic region, expand your brand, break it out, be big, be strong. Hope you've enjoyed this. Hit me up on Facebook, follow my page at the Contaguglia Law Firm, follow me on Twitter at AJCESQ. Look forward to catching up with you guys in the future. Take care.